I'm Erin Stone, and I'm here to help you turn your love of travel into a thriving business and a dream life. This is Dramatic Travel's Entrepreneurs. Yo-ho out there in podcast land, Erin here, and you have landed on Dramatic Travel's Entrepreneurs. This is day number 5 of a 10-day launch extravaganza, and I've got a fantastic guest coming your way in just a minute. If you're joining me for the very first time, though, I want to take just a quick moment to share what's in store for you here at Dramatic Travel's Entrepreneurs. If you're passionate about travel and you want to use that passion to create a profitable business, then this podcast is for you. When you subscribe to Dramatic Travel's Entrepreneurs, I'm going to introduce you to some of the travel world's most successful entrepreneurs who know just what it takes to turn wanderlust into a profitable business. In these very special launch episodes, you're going to listen in as I chat with several individuals who have each made the decision to try and create a business around their love of travel. These individuals are diverse in their experience and in their expertise, ranging from full-time bloggers to upstart tour operators all the way to people with zero business experience who are looking to take that first step toward their dream life. I've chosen to feature these individuals during the launch of Dramatic Travel's Entrepreneurs because these are the types of people this podcast is here to serve. And I want you to hear their stories first. One thing my first guests all have in common, besides their passion for travel, is that they are all attending TravelCon, a conference that helps people learn the skills to develop a profitable and sustainable career in the travel industry. The inaugural TravelCon event happens September 20th through the 22nd, 2018 in Austin, Texas. Today on Dramatic Travel's Entrepreneurs, we are joined by Erin Stone, and Erin is joining us all the way from Middlebury, Vermont in the United States of America. Erin, welcome to Dramatic Travel's Entrepreneurs.
Thank you, Erin, and thank you so much for having me on the podcast.
It is absolutely my pleasure. So, Erin, you are in the beginning stages of your entrepreneurial venture or your entrepreneurial journey, and you don't even have a website yet. Is that correct?
Yep, that is correct. Very new to this whole thing.
I love it. I've talked to several folks at various points on the spectrum, and I definitely want to include folks like yourself who are just getting started because truly, you are the type of person that this podcast is here to serve, to deliver that information, to help you get started, and then, of course, move along on your journey of turning your love of travel into a business that you can be proud of. So before we dive into that, just take a moment, and tell me about the role that travel has played in your life.
The role that travel has played in my life. I've always really enjoyed traveling from a young age. I've been traveling, whether it's different states, different countries. So it's always been a part of my life. And I always just feel, I have this overwhelming good feeling when I'm traveling or going on a random adventure, whatever that may be. So that's kind of where that stems from, essentially.
So you've got overwhelming good feelings to share, and you're looking to take those feelings and take them to the next level and start a business around it. So let's talk about it. I got a full transparency here. I know nothing about Erin's plans, so I'm hearing this for the very first time. I'd love to hear what you got in store for us, Erin.
Are you talking as far as my blog or what?
Yeah, well, let's talk about it in the context of TravelCon, which I've spoken about many times in previous episodes on the podcast. You're attending TravelCon, which is a conference designed to help people build and grow a sustainable business in the travel industry. So what was it about TravelCon that attracted you? What are you hoping to learn and take away from it?
What attracted me about TravelCon was the fact, first of all, it's a new conference, and I've never even been to a conference dedicated to travel blogging before. So when I follow Nomadic Matt on Facebook. So I saw that he posted about it. So it was, I don't even remember when this was. I want to say February, early March. I was just scrolling through Facebook mindlessly, as you do. And I saw his post about it. So I just was like, oh, maybe I should look into this, see what I can gain from this, because I enjoy traveling. I enjoy writing. Why not put those two together and try to make something work out of that.
Okay. What initial thoughts or ideas do you have for starting up that blog, starting up that entrepreneurial journey in the travel space?
I mean, I think what I'm going to try to do, probably focus like solo female traveling is kind of what I'm thinking. I haven't really been on any like huge travel things recently. I was in the Netherlands and thought about writing about that experience. So I'm hoping that I can focus on like that sort of thing, just like solo female travel, whether it's in the United States or internationally, and see where that takes me, essentially, is kind of what I'm thinking currently.
So when you're thinking in terms of a blog and creating blog content, like your trip to the Netherlands, do you have in mind your perfect reader, going deeper than just solo female travel? That's very broad. Do you have more of a deeper niche in mind as far as who is going to want to read this blog and who you can provide the most value to through your content? Because that's the most important thing. Have you thought about those sort of things? There's no right answer. I'm just trying to get a gauge as far as where we are here.
I mean, it comes and goes. In the early stages, I'm just trying to get a whole idea. I'm hoping the conference itself is going to help me figure out what kind of readers I want to read my blog and that sort of thing, and what kind of content I can provide that'll best serve who my readers are, if that makes sense. I know that probably sounds vague too, but I'm just trying to learn all I can at this conference, essentially.
Yeah, it does sound vague, but that's why we're here. And everybody starts somewhere. And I think most everyone starts with that vague mindset of either not knowing who they want to serve or trying to serve everybody. And neither one of those work. And you're gonna figure that out, I think, pretty quickly. And TravelCon's a great place to really start working on that mindset.
Yes,
So are you set on a blog? Is blogging your platform of choice, or are you open to other ideas? What are you thinking?
I'm definitely open to other ideas. I mean, I do write. The idea of podcasting, I like that idea too. I'm just trying to start somewhere and see where that goes. Start with the blogging and perhaps, see how other people do it, like in the beginning stages, and also just hearing from the experts some good tips and tricks on how to, start up, essentially.
And kind of regardless of the platform you choose, what is it about solo female travel? What are some of the aspects of that are unique that maybe most people might not understand, or the questions or pain points that you hope to solve for other aspiring solo female travelers?
I think this is kind of a major concern, safety as a solo female in different countries. Perhaps have you had any issues personally as far as safety is concerned in your travels? Personally, I haven't had any major issues, but yeah, and I just want to kind of, I don't know, clear the air on that. Perhaps in the beginning stages, I'm just trying to figure out like what exactly I want to write about. And I mean, I am, a solo female traveler some of the time. So I feel like that's kind of the niche that works for me, if that makes sense.
It does. And solo female travel is huge. There are plenty of resources, lots of blogs, lots of content. And I'm of the mindset that that's a good thing. And I'll tell you why. It's because that's a proof of the concept. The fact that there are a multitude of successful solo female travel bloggers means that there is certainly an audience for that. And what I see for you, Erin, is a need to really find your own identity and your own voice and connect with people who will receive that message from you more effectively than they could receive that message from anyone else. So what do you think it is about your personality? What's, just off the top of your head, what's something you think that someone searching the internet for solo female travel content is going to resonate or connect with about you, Erin Stone?
Gosh, that's another big question. I don't know. I kind of classify myself as sort of an introvert, so maybe I could connect with people who are similar in that vein. That's something that I've thought of. Also, I don't know. I mean, one of my goals, I enjoy making people laugh and, that kind of thing. So I don't know, humor, introversion, I don't know. Something in that realm, maybe, perhaps.
I like that one. I like that you're so transparent about being an introvert, because that is something that's extremely relatable. There are a lot of introverts in this world. And if you are able to present your content from an angle that really appeals to other solo female travel introverts with a good sense of humor, you might be onto something. You need to keep digging deeper, but you're on the right track. And I think the more you think about this, and especially by surrounding yourself with like-minded people at TravelCon, that focus is going to get clearer and clearer every day. So that's super cool.
True. Yeah.
So do you have any specific struggles, things you're working on right now, and just very specific struggles that you're looking to solve by attending TravelCon? Can you just name one specific thing that you want to absolutely learn, that it would be a failure if you did not learn this one thing when you leave TravelCon?
I'm hoping that I can at least get like a website or an idea of like a title for my blog. Hopefully. I mean, that's not like I'm not going to feel like a failure if I don't get to that point, but at the same time, I kind of want to leave with something, whether it's a website, a name for the blog, something like that. Just something, to really get me started and go, okay, now I've got this, I can, start.
How are you with the tech? What's the most intimidating part about starting a blog for you? Is it the tech, or is it something else?
I don't know if it's specifically the tech. I'm decent with technology. I don't know. I've never really designed or done a website before. I've usually just used sites like WordPress and just kind of, picked one of their designs that were already, available for me.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that, though, is just go with what you know, start simple, and know that you can always iterate. The first iteration of your blog doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't want it to be perfect, because that means the old saying goes, if you're not embarrassed by the first iteration of your product, then you waited too long to release it. So I'm a huge advocate for just, get that sucker up and start it off, and you pivot and you move as you go along. You get feedback, and, you just get your mind working for you every day. Once the blog is up and running, it's going to occupy a new spot in your mind that might be previously unoccupied or is occupied by other things. So I definitely encourage you to get that sucker up and running, and TravelCon. You're in the right place, surrounding yourself with that community. It's really I think it's going to do great things for you. Are there any speakers or lecturers in particular you're looking forward to hearing from?
I'm looking forward to Nomadic Matt and what he has to say, because I've been following him for a while. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, the Blonde Abroad is going to be there. I found her on Pinterest a couple of years ago, and I don't know, I'm interested in what she has to say as well. And then there's the solo female travel panel that I'm very interested in attending too. So there's a lot of people that I'm excited about.
Fantastic. Glad to hear you're excited, because it's worth getting excited about. Looking forward to seeing you there. And with your permission, of course, Erin, I would love to follow up with you after TravelCon and see what you learned, and see if you were able to hit some of those points and get some of those questions answered. We'll follow up, and we'll have you back on the podcast in a couple of months.
All right. Wonderful. Sounds good to me. Well, thank you.
All right. Erin Stone joining us from Vermont. Really appreciate you taking the time, and I will see you, Erin, in Austin.
All right. Looking forward to it. See you there.
Yes, indeed. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dramatic Travels Entrepreneurs. Remember, your dream life begins at dramatictravels.com/E. That's E for entrepreneurs. dramatictravels.com/E. Erin Schlein signing off. I will see you later. I'll see you tomorrow.